And the world needs more girls like you growing up to lead our parliaments and our boardrooms and our courtrooms and our universities. We need you.
So here I stand, one girl among many. I speak, not for myself, but for those without voice can be heard.
So I want all the girls watching here and now to know that a new day is on the horizon.
On International Women's Day, we celebrate women from all walks of life and commemorate their long-standing achievements. But sometimes, we should look no further than our own lives to recognize the strong women who inspire us every day to become better people. We ask the tribe to pay tribute to the women in their lives. Here are their wonderful stories.
The lady who has been the most inspirational in my life has been my mother-in-law. She passed away about 10 years ago. I never had a mother. I've never raised with any women. I never felt the love of a mother. So she actually was the first person that kind of came into my life and just loved me as a daughter. She was very non-judgmental. She was very loving. I was a single mother, very young, of 2 kids by the time I was 21. And she just loved me and my children just unconditionally. Like, it was a love that I'd never experienced, and she was all believed in me. And I wouldn't be where I am today, honestly, if it wasn't for the tools and her guidance and her belief in me and making me have the confidence that I deserved better. Oh, God, why did you leave? I mean, I guess I would just really thank her, and I would hold her and just let her know that she wouldn't be disappointed in the woman that she helped, groom. I wish I still had a woman like her in my life. I have 3 boys and they have girlfriends, so I feel like they treat him with respect and love, and just seeing that makes me know that no matter how young I was, I did right, and the guidance of having their grandmother in their life also helped them and defined them how to respect and treat women. So I try to hold on, to the guidance that she's always provided and allow myself to be as girly as I possibly can at moments.
My mother, you may know, but she passed away last year. She had a really wonderful life, and it was a hard life as a young teenager during World War II, and kind of survived that. I know she was a refugee for quite a while after the war. Her house had been, everything had been destroyed in her life. Her family was all dispersed. So it was a very difficult time, and she was a girl during the war, so went through the hardships, but then after the war, I think it was quite difficult. But anyway, like over the years, she kind of just showed a spirit of survival and looking for the good in people. She was always somebody that, despite all the hardships and really awful things that she went through, she just had a very sunny, positive view on life and liked to bring people together, and built up friendships all through her life. To me, it was kind of something that always just stuck with me, the way she just didn't seem to let all the hardships that she'd been through kind of weigh her down. She did all kinds of difficult jobs. She was first kind of working out of that period, and then over the years did just work through a lot of challenging situations as a young adult. As she grew older, we turned a lot of that to people around her. So to me, it was just I learned a lot around just the tenacity, the spirit, looking for the good in people, and just being very supportive of the people. She raised a family while working multiple jobs. Those are the kind of things that really stood out. She was very important in my life. The second person I would just say is just my wife, Wendy. We've been married now 30 years. And through all that, she's been my partner through all this time and has been incredibly supportive of a lot of things I've done. We've moved multiple times. And at times, it's been difficult because we've had to make tough choices, right, of an opportunity for me to take a role in Canada when I first moved into, at the time, which was a C-level kind of position at a bank. And then after a while, we found an opportunity in San Francisco, and so we moved. And each time we moved, it kind of was challenging for her career because she had been very big in kind of academics and had been building up a career working in what they consider special collections and archives with rare manuscripts and things. So every time we move, it would really disrupt kind of where she was building momentum. And we made those choices together, and I think she was happy to make those choices, but it was always difficult for her career, and she was always there to support me and make sacrifices as we go. And most recently, in the last year or two, become very passionate around some women's issues and history and older materials, and she's just in the last year, written a book that is now being published later this year. It's about some forgotten women artists from the 1940s and 50s that in their time were as famous as many of the male artists, but have kind of been forgotten a little bit in history. So to me, it's just been like really great to see somebody who has been a partner of mine through all this period and still growing, developing, creating, and I'm super proud of what she's doing right now.
Because I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's my mother and all your mothers, and my grandmothers, and your grandmothers, and my great-grandmothers, and your greats, and my great-greats, and all you women, and me.